Alright, this is my rental hoopty. My latest rental car. It's a Beamer. Can't remember what the designation of it. It's a little windy out here, I apologize. It's a 328i. BMW 328i with the X-Drive. Not a bad looking car. Kind of sporty. It's supposed to be a full-size car or a standard size car. I think it's about the same size as like a Ford Focus or Fusion, whichever was bigger. But it's got BF Goodrich. I think they're I don't know what size they are. 2205, 17-inch rims. Not too bad. Alright, let's take a quick walk around of the exterior. For starters, it's got this huge key fob, and you unlock it with this button up here. Alright, and of course the trunk. I think you press it twice, or just hold it down. Yep, yeah, you hold it down. So let's take a look at the trunk while we're outside. Not a bad amount of space back here. Here's how you pop the seat backs. These little wings here, and you can fold down the seat. One disappointing thing, it has no spare, and this rental has no has a laser in it. This rental has no pump or fix-a-flat in it either. Yeah, this doesn't. There's nothing under here. So one disappointing thing, I don't know what the heck that is. I think it's a cigarette lighter, so in case you get I guess if you kidnap somebody, put them in the trunk, at least they can hook their phone up, right? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Oh, that's for to take your tire off? I don't know. It's got a screwdriver. Not quite sure what that is. But anyway, let's take a look inside. I guess we'll work our way backwards and go to the front. Standard, nothing fancy about the door, window deal there, door handle. Here, flip down seats. There. So you can get a good amount of cargo back here if you don't have any back seat passengers. So that's pretty nice. And so let's get in. It does sit a little bit low to the ground, but there's enough room back here. Yeah, lights back here. It's kind of flimsy though. Look at that. I don't know. Can you see that move? Yeah, it's kind of cheesy. But I think that's because it's got the sunroof up there. We'll look at that in a little bit. You got a headrest for the center there. And then you got pulled down. I don't know what it is with Germans. They like their cup holder covers. So you push this button here, and it pops open the cup holders. Pretty decent size. I guess that gives you a little more height. If you have a high cup or something, it'll give you a little more support this way. But anyway, standard seat belts. I can't tell what the headroom is, but it's got pretty decent headroom. You got, I'd say that's about 2.5 inches. I'm not a particularly tall person. So, but if you had a tall person, it could be a problem. Yeah. So, not too bad. Not much to talk about in the back. It does have in the center console, I kind of like this, hot, cold sliders, and more air, less air, and cigarette lighter for accessories. No USB charger to speak of. Got kind of, I don't know, utilitarian magazine holder, kind of like the back of an airplane seat, airliner seat. You can probably get 1 or 2 magazines back there, but not much more. Armrest, not much to speak of. Again, it's pretty sparse, but not too bad for a back seat. Of course, for a BMW back seat, kind of, I wouldn't say disappointed, but not impressed. All right, let's take a look up front. Yeah, it's a little bit better up front. It has kind of an aircraft cockpit feel to it. The steering wheel is quite close to you. Your feet go, it's a pretty deep footwell, feet well. Pedals are pretty good size, pretty well proportioned. The controls are quite complex down here, and you've got a display system here. It's got a keyless start, so as long as the keys are in the car or in your pocket, all you have to do is push this button here. Oh, I guess you have to hit the brake, push brake. There you go. The radio's pretty cool. Let me turn the radio off. It's talking at me. I think you can turn it on and off here. Yep, it's off. Hold on, let me wipe my lens cover. As far as room in here, it's ample room. Everything is at your fingertips, right? Not much going on over here. You got the mirror control. Zoom in there. That's oh, this is kind of a cool feature. This button here, you push this button, and your rear view mirrors move in. So if you have on the street parking or something, you can tuck in the mirrors so they won't get hit. This other button here, you move it to the left to control the left mirror, and then you move it to the right and you can control the right mirror. The rest of these are windows, and you can actually lock the controls of the windows so your passengers can't mess with the windows. A little bit of cargo space here. I guess you can put a water bottle or something in there. Umbrella, kind of handy. I like the door compartments in a lot of the cars now. Moving from left to right, you've got controls on your steering wheel. Pretty nice. This is the cruise control. There's a little detent here, so you push this up. I'm guessing that's to increase it by 1 mile an hour or something, and then if you really want to accelerate, there's a little extra push there to get you either accelerate or decelerate. We'll try that when we do the road review. Cockpit, straightforward. You've got gas on the left, speedometer, you got miles per hour and kilometers per hour. I don't have my seatbelt on there, it's telling me that. A little information down here. It's in park. It's kind of hard to read because I'm right at my eye level and you cannot see what's going on down here. So I don't know if that's a design feature or if I just don't have this steering wheel set right. So if I move the steering wheel down, then the steering wheel cuts off the top of the speedometer and the tachometer. So I don't know. I have to figure that out. It's a rental. I haven't really played with everything, but right now all I can see really is that it's in park.
BMWs have this gas mileage thing here, so you know, the better your gas mileage, the more it's to the left, and the lower your gas mileage, it swings to the right. It's kind of hard to read. I guess unless you're cruising, it pretty much swings around back and forth while you're accelerating and decelerating. So to me, I don't know, it's kind of pointless, but maybe to Europeans or Germans it makes more sense. It's more usable. Engine temperature here, not that big a deal. It's in Fahrenheit for Americans. But what's it have down here? It's got 63 degrees outside. It's 1:55 p.m. That's the triple odometer. I'm guessing you control all that with this button here on the steering wheel. Yeah. Oh, that's the cruise control. It just says cruise ready. I don't know where the controls are. Oh, over here to the left, you got the lights. You got automatic, off, running lights, and full on. And then you can control the dash lights with the slider here. Not sure what, I think these are fog lamps. I'm not gonna mess too much with the radio right now because I don't know what all it is. But the temperature control, I do like the knobs. I know the Mercedes I had, they like a lot of buttons and the knobs didn't work very well, but yeah, it's pretty handy. It does select, give you a, let me see, get the glare there. It does let you select the temperature, cooler, warmer, cooler. But I like the knob instead of the button because it gives you a little more tactile feedback. All these buttons do something, I'm not quite sure. Seat warmers, got seat warmers, air conditioning, defrost, defrost, seat warmer, AM/FM, but I'll mess with that all later. I think that's the door lock there. Yeah, that's a door lock. It's weird. I know in German, in my Mercedes, the door lock was also on the main center console too. But anyway, in the mirror, it's got 3. I think these are your garage door opener controls, and it's got a compass on it. Up here in the center console top, it's got map lights. I like to be able to tap the actual light, but oh, whatever. SOS call. This is the sunroof and passenger airbag on. I don't know why they would put it there, but I guess lack of somewhere else to put it. All right, so here's, you can get you some moonroof action going on, and it also has a full-on sunroof, which is nice. Kind of the next best thing to have in a convertible. I do miss my rag top. And just push it once and it closes automatically, or you can stop it any way you want. There's a little detent here, so if you just pull it back just till it gives you one resistance, you can slide it back however much you want, and then if you pull it past that little detent, it closes automatically. Just same as going forward. There's a little detent there, and then you just push it a little more and it automatically closes. And if you want it to vent, you push this forward, or no, up. Yeah, you push that up for the vent, and then to close it you would pull back. Pretty standard. One more thing, parking brake, nothing spectacular. You got cigarette lighter, cup holders, 2 cup holders, and a little change drawer there. Set this here. That closes. They like their lids. I don't know. This is that doesn't come out or anything. There's no lid for this though. Oh, the shift. The shift is really interesting here. To put it in, well, to get it into gear, I'm in park now. See, the park is lit up. To get it in gear, I'll hit the brake, and then there's a little button here I have to hit. And to reverse, I'll pull back. Nope, that's drive. I have to pull forward. It's weird. To get it in reverse, I have to push forward. Okay, and then neutral, hit it back, and then drive. There's a little detent here. Okay, that's drive, and then there's another. I guess that gets into the low, and then you can go here, down. Oh, that's up shift. Down is up shift. Up is down shift. See, push up to down shift. Pull down to up shift, or whatever. To go into higher gear, you pull back. To go in the lower gear, you push up. And then push it back over, and then hit park is the button on top. There's a couple of other features in here. Right here. Right here, it's got, I think that's traction control. Yeah, it's a little swervy symbol that turns your traction control off. On your dashboard, it tells you you've got traction on, traction off. There's a sport and econo mode, and here on their information center in the center, I pushed sport, and it says you're in sport mode. If I push comfort, or yeah, econo mode, it goes into comfort. So I'm guessing it's a little more responsive in the sport mode. You may be able to squeal some tires like that. So so when I'm on the road and I'm talking about whether I'm in sport or comfort mode, that's what's going on. And I'd like to try to see what the difference is between the two modes. So be looking forward to that. Vents, air vents, pretty straightforward. Left, right, up, down. Less air, more air. I kind of like this though. I don't know if it means warmer or cooler or what, but anyway. Right here, you got another set of radio controls, and you have a set of radio controls here. So they really kind of did a little redundancy with the radio controls. Not only can you control the radio here, you can control the radio here, and you can control the radio from here, or the information center. I don't know if it's necessarily the radio, but you know, the knob swings you back and forth on the display here, so you don't have to really, you know, you're watching the center console, you can kind of still scan. I don't know, better than looking down here, I guess. And these, there's, you know, the knob itself is a button, so you can hit the button, push the button down to select. And then I'm not gonna go through the radio controls. You can look that up, but it's pretty handy that there is a feature that you can drive and just work the radio with this hand, hopefully while you're holding the steering wheel with this hand. So anyway, all right, now let's get on the road. One last thing. Little armrest here behind the center console. Just a little utility compartment beyond the glove compartment. Just a little change thing. It does have, whoops, that's the horn. It does have USB and auxiliary in, so if you have like an iPod or some kind of MP3 player, you can plug that in. It does come with CD player, it appears. Let's look at the glove box. Nothing really extraordinary about it, but it's there. You can lock it. I do like that. You can lock it, so if you go valet parking or something, you can put a little bit of valuable information, or even just personal information, you know, maintenance records and stuff like that in there. But pop the hood, you gotta pull it twice. It says 2X, and I already popped it, so let's go take a look under the hood. Yeah, it just lifts. I guess that second X is so you can release the latching mechanism there. double latches. That's pretty good. Not much to see under here. Everything's covered with some kind of plastic cover. Got the windshield washer fluid. I might add some just in case if you want to jump. If you need to jump your vehicle, you can do it from there. Yeah, I guess if you own one of these, you really couldn't work on it. Not that I know of, anyway. Oil, you put your oil in there. I don't see the dipstick anywhere. Serpentine belt. I don't know what this car engine size is or anything like that. Twin power turbo, that's what it claims. I guess I can look up the specs online on what the engine size and performance of it is, but whatever. If I remember, I'll put it in the description box below. If there's no description below, then I didn't look it up. But you can look it up. But pretty, you know, pretty boring under here. All right, I'm on the road. A couple of things I did notice. This car, you know, with the cockpit type design, just, I don't know, I would say claustrophobic, but it is tight. It is pretty tight. I did notice that where my legs are, if I wanted to bend my legs up, I have to, you know, I'm basically, my legs are pointing straight out. And if I want to bend my legs, it's, you know, I almost have to bring them up almost to my chest. But other than that, I put it in sport mode, so if I jump on it, it'll shift down. I did notice that this car has a like an economy setting to where when I'm in traffic, I hit the brake, it'll turn the car off. So kind of different. I had that on a previous rental of a Mercedes. So apparently it's a German thing. I don't know if US cars or other manufacturers, Japanese cars have it or not, but I know German cars have it. So let's see how it responds here to just normal driving. I gotta exit here in 2 miles, I believe, mile and a half. So pretty good visibility. You see that? The mirrors are kind of small for my liking, but again, like I said, you're so close. Everything's kind of compact, so it's not a big deal. But I would like maybe a little bit larger mirrors. But let's hold you up here. Oh, ride's pretty smooth. Nothing to really complain about as far as bumpiness. You know, it's no worse than any other car I've had. I did notice that the signal, the turn signal, if you push it down to the first resistance, it'll just blink 5 times like you're changing lanes. And if you want to really change lanes, it doesn't click. You push it all the way down to the direction you want to go,
3 miles, turn left.
and then it'll blink until it senses that that your turn is complete. So I want to change lanes, so I want to push it all the way down. Okay, hold on. Traffic. I think I can turn left in this lane here. Alright, I'll be back. Woo! That's some kick! Nice!
3 lighting centers make it easy. I'm Kevin O'Neill. Somebody check traffic first on the 5. Now, from the Lock on Main Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Weather Center.
Your evening flurries tonight, the 117, tomorrow 3.
Okay, my final brief assessment of the BMW, whatever this is. It's a cool car. It's nice. I didn't use all the features of it. It's speedy. I like that about it. It handles very well. The gear shifter is a little bit confusing. I didn't use that. I did use the radio knob quite a bit. And so that was cool. The power feature. Oh, it's not going to do it for me. The power feature was kind of cool. I used that a bit. This in here, this display right here, is very hard to see. Let me start the engine. You can't see this from the point of view of the driver, so that's kind of annoying. So I have to always like peek my head over the top to see, because there's a temperature there, the odometer and stuff like that. So that was kind of annoying. The cruise control was easy to use. The radio buttons were easy to use. But other than that, I mean, I don't know how much they cost, but it's kind of cool. I would like to see more data plugs. I'm pretty sure they could put more accessory plugs up here, like your USB and your headphone jack and stuff like that in there. I would like to see that. The seat. The seat is kind of low, so if I want to bend my leg, I have to raise it up. So my leg is kind of up at an angle and then down. I can't like really rest it here because there's really nothing to rest my foot on. So it's either my leg's either straight out, not straight out, but mostly straight out, or bent up at a weird angle. Button controls, window controls, not that great, or okay, nothing to talk about. The I noticed during the snow, driving home in the snow, it is freaking hot in here. That defroster, I have to keep the defroster on to keep the window, the snow from collecting on the window and not being able to get wiped off with the windshield wiper. But I had to drive with the windows down because I can't, I can dial down the temperature, right? I can dial down the temperature, but once you turn this on, it's pretty much locked to whatever temperature it is. Yeah, it's still freaking hot coming out of there, and I'm almost sweating inside the car, and the temperature is 29 degrees outside. So that's one thing I didn't particularly like about it. Again, it could be just my ignorance of not really knowing how to work these things. The AC's on. But other than that, would I buy one of these if I had the money? Sure. But is it a car I couldn't live without? Not really. Thanks for coming along for the ride and watching the review of this car, and I hope it helps you make a decision on whether you want one of these cars or not. As limited as my understanding and knowledge is of this car. So that's all I got. Catch you later.